might come to get me before I ride away in that Bentley. This what he said, you might not wake up if you snooze it again. You can't let a new ever get to your head.
Nobody better than me. Nobody better than me. Nobody better than me.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz.
A look now while we have a moment. Let's take a look at our 5 starters for each team.
And it's pretty obvious what these teams want to do. They want to run their offense through their bigs.
Yeah, when you've had the success they've had through the front court, it's easy to see why.
Yeah, but you don't want to become one-dimensional. It's important to keep the defense on their toes.
Now here's Hamby. No good on that shot.
Aaliyah Boston with some nice defense there.
Pass to Clark. 3-pointer. She can't get that one.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
Fundamental hoops from Odyssey Sims, making sure to get it to the uncovered teammate.
Now here's Mitchell. Inside.
Here's Boston.
It's hauled in by the Sparks.
Pass to Sims. Back to Jackson.
Down low. And there's the foul. It'll go on Clark. That is her first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Jackson outside.
6 on the shot clock. Sims. And it's off from 3-point range.
I know the Sparks, the organization, and the fans are thrilled to have Cameron Brink, the second overall pick in the 2024 draft.
And she's the type of player LA is going to build around. In college, a national champion as a freshman, first-team All-American as a senior. Brink is known for her defense, an incredible shot blocker, and that's the basis for the Sparks defense.
Here's Sims. Shoots over Bonner.
Kicks it out to Plum.
Fires for 3. The 3-pointer is on target.
You can see right there, Plum stays shot ready.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Left side Boston.
Makes it off the glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Hamby outside.
Pass to Sims. Jackson outside.
Plum. She's covered by Mitchell. To the left wing. From downtown. Tasha Howard pulls it in. The Fever trailing. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark with the 3. She's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Please, please don't take your eyes off her because she can make plays from multiple spots on the floor.
Now here is Sims. Pass to Hamby. Beyond the arc. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
Well, she can give it as good as she gets.
We're seeing some gamesmanship right now. Answers right back with the 3 of her own.
Here's Bonner. tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Plum with it. Sims.
Erica Hamby on the wing.
Rebounded by the Fever.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Caitlin Clark with the three. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, that's great ball movement by Kelsey Mitchell. Finds a way to get it to her open teammate.
The 2024 top pick, Caitlin Clark. We've never seen a player enter the league with her level of height, and it's deserved.
It's crazy. I mean, you're talking about Caitlin Clark setting the scoring record for career points in college, shattering viewership records as well. Lots of people excited to see Clark in the W.
Now here's Howard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her.
I just love the composure Howard plays with inside. She's so comfortable around the rim.
Plum with it. She's covered by Mitchell. And that's good. Kelsey Plum for three. So it's Indiana now. Trailing by two. Left side, Howard. Mitchell outside. Clark from the arc. Jackson pulls it in. Sims with it. He's against Bonner.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Plum.
And the Sparks, another three.
Demonstrating how dangerous she can be from deep. But Plum doesn't lack confidence in firing the three ball.
Mitchell, right side. High arcing shot. And stolen by Stevens. Outside Sims. And the layup falls.
With the ability to drive and break down defenses, Sims adds a different dimension to her team's offense.
6 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
That one's good. Clark.
The Sparks leading. Outside Sims. Pass to Hamby. Over Boston. Another one falls for the Sparks. The baskets coming early and often in the first quarter. The Sparks on top, leading by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now, the second quarter just getting set to begin. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Sparks. Guys?
It's been a well-oiled machine on offense for them so far.
And they've kept the ball moving and their opponents chasing it. You know, it's kind of like a dog chasing their tail, just can't get enough. That's how they've piled up the points.
Now here's Clark. Drops in the tray.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
Here's Alema. Back to Plum. From outside the arc. Turner grabs the board.
And here's Indiana.
It's a three-point game. Clark, right side.
Pass to Cunningham.
The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
And it's been a rough few years for Indiana. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Single-digit wins in 5 of the last 7 seasons. But the good news is the Fever have loads of young talent. Starting with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, they have arguably the best young core in the W.
Terrific work to get in the shooter's face and then go straight to the boards for the rebound.
From the baseline.
And it's Kelsey Plum again missing.
Well, she's a player who, with a wide open look, will rarely miss.
And Cameron Brink is going to pick up the foul.
That is her first foul of the game.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Second quarter here, and just over a minute and a half played. Clark, she's guarded by Plum. Shot clock at 6.
Here's Boston.
She hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's the Sparks ball. Pass to Stevens. And here's Plum. Back to Stevens.
Nice D from Aaliyah Boston.
Clark, she's guarded by Plum.
Shot's good by Clark.
The lead changes hands once more. There have been no separation between these teams tonight.
Yeah, and it's made for one heck of an entertaining game, even when it hasn't been the best basketball.
Yeah, at least it's been close.
The Sparks call timeout. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Plum,
Defended by Turner.
to the inside. Here's Sims.
And that comes off the assist by De'Erica Hamby. And as you watch the continued development of the WNBA, it feels like length matters a lot these days.
Well, you're seeing teams putting a major emphasis on getting longer players. It really helps you on the defensive end.
Oh yeah, with how skilled players are these days and the amount of threes teams take, length can certainly neutralize that.
Just 4 to shoot.
Jackson with the steal.
Goes back up. And she lays it in.
Way to crash the offensive glass there. And once she gets her hands on it, you know it's going back up and in.
Outside Cunningham.
Off target with the 3. Now the Sparks with it. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Sims. Low block shot on the way. Uses the glass to drop it in.
A notable finisher around the rim. Sims doesn't want any weak spots in her game, and I admire that.
Now here's Clark. 14 points for her. Bangs home the trifecta.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
And guys, this is something we were just talking about off the air, but Caitlin Clark is one of the most hyped basketball players that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about the WNBA. When you talk about the most hyped rookies, I think you probably have to go back to 2003 when LeBron went first overall. Basically, it's going to be really fun to see how Caitlin Clark's career goes.
The Sparks trailing. Outside Plum. Outside Stevens. No good with the triple.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
And Sophie Cunningham has joined the trend of WNBA stars broadcasting in the offseason.
Does a great job. She was on the Suns broadcast last year, able to break down the game so well because, well, Sophie is also playing basketball at the highest level.
And she knocks down the first one. The Fever making a switch here. That's also good, so she hits them both. So it's the Sparks now. They trail by 3. Aleman with it. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Doubled by Howard. To stop the run. Again, the miss by the Sparks. Caitlin Clark outside. That's good again. And her 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
What a half she's having from beyond the arc. She's been locked in since the moment she stepped on the floor.
Right wing. And here is Aleman. Another shot. Dewana Bonner with the block.
Defense is all about effort. Bonner gives so much effort on this side of the ball from the walk. Where was the box out? Some easy second chance points.
Those kinds of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
It's tipped. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Fever on top, up by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Man, it has been an incredible game here from Caitlin Clark.
I know we've said it about 1,000,000 times already, but I'll say it again. She's had a great half, scored a lot of points.
And in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half she had. She can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
If they're going to be successful, they need her scoring, and certainly they've gotten it today, and then some.
Kelsey Plum from outside makes the bucket. She's now got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 on the game.
Well, if you hit a 3 on Plum's team, you just know Kelsey wants to respond in kind.
Caitlin Clark with the 3. Jackson pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Hamby. She's got 9. Over Boston. Tries again.
And it's Jackson with a bucket inside.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Boston outside. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell.
3-pointer.
Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
She can shoot off the dribble a lot, but Mitchell is also adept at shooting off the delivery. A crisp pass helps her square up.
Timeout called the Sparks.
Outside Sims. Puts up a 3.
And it's good. Rakia Jackson for 3.
Smart pass by Sims to get the ball to a ready shooter. Tough to defend against that organized offensive effort.
And the Sparks have missed the last 3 playoffs. Rare to see LA struggle like this.
An original WNBA team, they missed the postseason just 4 times in their first 24 seasons. Now, this franchise has the best winning percentage in league history, so you expect they'll turn it around pretty soon.
Now here's Plum.
She's got 14. Just 2 to shoot. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Fever with the lead. Caitlin Clark outside. Jackson pulls it in. And the Sparks with possession here. Here's Sims. She nails it, and we're tied up.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
Outside Cunningham. Over Stevens. Here's Boston. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
And it's the Sparks ball. To the middle. And the basket by Hamby.
And that's the Erica Hamby's favorite place to operate. Just terrific inside.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Caitlin Clark with the three. Stevens grabs the board.
This has not been a quarter to remember for her.
I mean, what's going on right now? What is this? She's not making any sort of impact for them at that end of the court.
So they take the lead.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Off target at the rim. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Back to Hamby. Takes it out to Plum. Off target from three-point range.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
They get it again. Here's Cunningham. Clark. And another shot. It's good, and she drew the contact on the shot, so she'll go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
Hey, it didn't take long for Aaliyah Boston to make waves here in the W. She came ready.
Aside from the accolades she racked up in her first season, her team just plays better with her on the floor. She's a spark plug out there, and it seems that the team goes the way Aaliyah goes. She is a force at the 4-5 position in this league. Well, you just have to be excited about Aaliyah Boston, a young woman with tons of skills. She dominated in college, and she's going to dominate in the WNBA.
Now here's Alaman. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Sims. No room at the end, locked out for the 6th time in 10 attempts. Pass to Dantas. Mitchell outside. The three-pointer off the mark. The Sparks trailing. Now Alaman. Sims with it. All alone. Good.
An impact perimeter player. Sims uses a mature feel for the game to score points.
Now here's Mitchell. She's guarded by Alaman. Scooped up. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Here's Hamby. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Here's Mitchell. She has 5. Boston. Honor defending. And they're on the break. Here's Alaman. Banked in off the glass.
What a smooth finish.
And that's why they always love seeing her on the end of those breaks.
Indiana trailing. Pass to Hole. Charity stripe shot. And she sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Good work cashing in from the mid-range. Love seeing Lexi pull up and connect.
Now here's Alaman. She's tightly guarded. Here's Burrell. Clock at 6. Here's Hamby. She's guarded by Dantas. Second chance shot. And no good trying to get that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. The Sparks on top. They're up by 1. And time for a short break. Stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Sparks leading.
Now here's Alaman. Pass to Burrell.
And here's Plum. Cans it from downtown.
And quite simply, Plum has it all as an offensive guard. Shooting, driving, dribbling. You can pour it in nights like tonight when she's on.
Now here's Hull. Now here's Wallace.
Lexi Hull on the wing. Let's go with a 3.
Wallace misses.
Now Alaman. And she drops in the layup off glass.
And now both of these teams really in a groove here late.
Yeah, and this game was already high scoring, but they've really taken it to another level here down the stretch.
Such a treat to watch, Brian.
Now here's Cunningham.
Oh, Brink, get that shot out. Here's Burrell. Second shot opportunity, and that's good. Off the glass that time. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Clark outside.
Los Angeles foul. Ray Burrell. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's Indiana now. 8-point game. Pass to Hull. Shot clock at 5. Odyssey Sims with the steal. The 3.
Offensive rebound.
They set a pick. Plum. Nice form on the 20-footer.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Turner.
Will it go? Again, the miss by the Fever. The open shot by Kelsey Plum. Turner grabs the board.
Can't get a much better look than that.
Yeah, no way you expect her to miss that shot.
Clark outside. Buries it from 3-point range.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Pass to Alaman. Now Plum lets the 3 fly. Here's Russell. And she drops it in from the low post.
Offensive rebounding is about energy and effort. And Russell displays both for the second chance bucket.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Caitlin Clark with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Another long-range bomb for her. Her three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead down.
Definitely. As long as she keeps burying them, they might as well keep going back to the well.
It's stolen by Aaliyah Boston.
And it's the Fever on the break. Here's Clark. That's good, and it's Natasha Howard with the assist.
The easy look off the pass from Howard. Great awareness, leads to the bucket.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Stevens, guarded by Howard. The shot by Stevens, no good. Clark with it. The second effort, and so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot two. That one's on Stevens.
Well, you allow someone to get to the rim like that, and really that's your only option.
Yeah, free throws are always better than a layup. I would agree with that.
Doesn't get the second. Outside Plum. Shot from 12. The second chance effort, and she sinks the layup.
What a big shot by Plum, a WNBA champion. Kelsey, very comfortable in these moments.
Bonner outside. Pass to Howard. And out of bounds, the Sparks will take it. And here are the Sparks now. They've led by as much as 10. And Odyssey Sims, here we go. Count it. Good. And here's Clark.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
Yeah, I think the head coach saw too many easy buckets coming from inside and wanted to put a stop to it.
I would think so. I would think so. If they keep giving up the kind of easy looks inside and that they have been, they're in big trouble, too.
And they're going to change something up. Let's see what they do.
And the Fever making a change here. Indiana trailing.
Here's Holt.
Pass to Dantas.
Holt.
Here's Turner. Off the mark there with the three.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. You've got to go right back to that shot.
Now here's Plum. 6 to shoot. Pass to Sims. Fires the three.
The offensive rebound.
Stevens, that's good.
They'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can make.
Now here's Holt.
Here's Natasha Howard for three. Again, the miss by the Fever. Here's Plum. And she makes that one.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
They are just not backing off, and they're going to close this one out in style. What a surge.
Give them credit just to finish this one off.
And the basket by Hamby.
And that's got to be the nail in the coffin.
I'd say so. They've done a great job of closing this one out, never backing off, even with the big lead.
Now here's Dantas.
Again, the miss by the Fever. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
They've got to be happy with the effort, the result, the outcome. Great night.
W is a W. And so it's the Sparks taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
And they put on a show here at home. I think they had and felt like they had the edge and that extra confidence.
And that's a wrap, everyone.
And we hope to see you again at the next event.